Golden Eagles basketball is on the air, live from the Eagles Nest on the campus of Cal State LA. Tonight, the Cal State LA Golden Eagles take on the UC San Diego Tritons in a CCAA doubleheader. Michael Nemitz here with you once again. Cal State LA is coming off a tough loss last night to Cal State San Bernardino. They lost 64-47. It was a game where Cassandra Williams had 28 points, but she was basically the entire offense for the Golden Eagles. She had 28 of their season-low 47 points. No other player scored in double figures. Of course, San Bernardino had played their part too. They looked like a much better team than their record coming in, which was only 4-8. They did not look like a 4-8 team. They played really well on both ends of the court, and they rebounded and blocked shots very well also. The loss dropped Cal State LA one game behind UC San Diego, tonight's opponent. It dropped them all the way to 4th place in the conference. So they also dropped behind Cal State Monterey Bay, so it was a big loss. UC San Diego comes into this game having won 4 in a row, including a 63-52 win over Cal State Dominguez Hills last night. Of course, this team isn't quite as good as the team last year, but you couldn't reasonably expect that after the team lost one of the greatest players in the history of the conference in Chelsea Carlisle last year. She's now an assistant coach for the Tritons. They're still a very good team, though. They're in 2nd place, and they've had a tough schedule this year. They have a new head coach also, in Heidi Vandeveer. She replaced Charity Elliott, the coach last year, who left to become head coach at Loyola Marymount. Now, under Charity Elliott, the Tritons ran pretty much the same offense that the Golden Eagles, the Golden Eagles run under Janelle Jones. That's because Elliott was an assistant under Janelle Jones when she coached at UC San Diego a couple of years. But with her leaving and with Vandeveer taking over, I'm assuming that the Tritons have a different system now, or at least somewhat different. I have not seen them play this year. But certainly when they played last year, the systems seemed like mirror images of each other, the two teams. Of course, the play did not. UC San Diego won handily both games last year against Cal State LA. They played earlier this year, and UC San Diego really had success against Cal State LA once again. They won 70-49 on November 30th. That was the Golden Eagles' biggest margin of defeat this year. Really a game they were never in. Of course, Heidi Vandeveer, if that name sounds familiar, she is the younger sister of Stanford head coach Tara Vandeveer. She has vast coaching experience, including being head coach of the Minnesota Lynx in the WNBA for 1 year, along with many other college jobs, and working as a video coordinator under her sister at Stanford. So that's certainly a great coaching lineage to have that last name. This is a big matchup also because it matches the top 2 scorers in the CCAA. All you have to do tonight is watch number 11 for both teams. Sandra Williams is now the leading scorer in the conference after last night's big game. She averages almost 20 points a game. Daisy Fader, who was the leading scorer in the conference, only had 12 points in yesterday's game. She's now 2nd in the conference in scoring, averaging 19 points a game. But we'll get into that. Let's quickly get into the starting lineups. First for the Tritons, they have a big team. They start at one guard spot, number 4, Miranda Sato, a 5'5 sophomore from Redwood City. Starting at the other guard spot is number 5, Emily Osca, 5'8 senior from San Diego. Starting at the third guard spot, as I mentioned, number 11, Daisy Fader, 5'7 senior from Santa Monica. She's certainly the player to watch, but the Tritons have a lot of good players on their team, and a lot of familiar names, too, from last year. Starting at the forward spot, number 22, McKinnon Birch, a 5'11 sophomore from Santa Rosa. And starting at the other forward spot, number 34, Aaron Dutremont, 5'9 junior from West Hills. As I mentioned, Heidi Vandeveer is the head coach. Betsy Butterick and Chelsea Carlisle are the assistant coaches for the Tritons. For Cal State LA, they go with the same lineup that they've had the past several games. They're not making any changes. Starting at one guard spot, number 1, Paige Melville, a 5'8 sophomore from Terrigal, Australia. Starting at the other guard spot, number 5, Kelly Lewis, a 5'7 senior from Santa Clarita. She struggled in yesterday's game. She was 0 of 9 shooting. Starting at the other guard spot is number 15, Alicia Belt, a 5'8 senior from Carson. And starting at the fourth guard spot, of course, is number 11, Cassandra Williams, 5'5 senior from Chicago, Illinois, the reigning CCAA Player of the Week. And starting at the forward spot, number 33, Rochelle Nahara, 5'8 senior from Rowland Heights. She had another very good rebounding game yesterday. She had 10 rebounds in the loss to San Bernardino. Janelle Jones in her 3rd season as head coach of the Golden Eagles with a record of 39-37. Megan Nelson and Derek Florence are her assistants. So I'll talk a little bit more about these two teams when I come back, but right now we're going to have the national anthem here at the Eagles Nest. So after the national anthem, I'll be back with more about this matchup and get you ready for the tip on the Cal State LA Athletics Network. But first, here is the national anthem.
Eagles. At this time, please stand for our national anthem.
And we are back here at the Eagles Nest. UC San Diego comes into this game with a 12-8 record overall. Of course, that record is deceiving because they're 1-3 against ranked teams this year. As I said, they've had a very good schedule. They're 10-3 in the CCAA in second place, one game behind Chico State, the first place team. That's more indicative of how good a team this is. Cal State LA comes into this matchup 14-6 after last night's loss, 9-4 in the CCAA. They dropped a tie for fourth place with Cal Poly Pomona. They're 2 games out of first place now. They're 1 game behind this UC San Diego team, so if they win tonight, they will tie UC San Diego. Of course, Cal State Monterey Bay, along with all the other teams in the CCAA, also play tonight. So they will be a factor in where the Golden Eagles stand in the standings after tonight's game. Of course, you can't mention these two teams without remembering the great game in last year's CCAA tournament. Of course, great for Golden Eagle fans. It was the conference semifinals where Cal State LA won 77-76 on a miracle 35-foot buzzer beater by Lauren Hammer with 1 second left on the clock. Of course, the Golden Eagles trailed by 12 points in that game. That was an incredible game. They came back in the second half. That was the most dramatic win of the year by far. That time, UC San Diego was the #1 team in the country, and of course, the tournament was on their home court. Golden Eagles went on to lose to Cal State Monterey Bay in the championship game of the conference tournament, but that win over UC San Diego is one that this program will remember for many, many years. Of course, UC San Diego recovered from that loss to go on to the NCAA tournament themselves. They made it all the way to the West Regional Final, where they ended up falling to Alaska Anchorage, the same team Cal State LA lost to in the West Region. The Tritons lost 68-63. Tight game there. So both these teams have in common that the same team ended their season, basically, Alaska Anchorage last year. But this is always an interesting matchup. Of course, Janelle Jones, as I said, coaching UC San Diego for a couple of seasons, had a lot of success, a couple of the most successful seasons in the program's history. But these teams are ready to get underway. The Tritons, as I said, they look like a big team. They have a lot of tall players out on the bench and on the court. So we'll see how that size advantage plays out here. Tritons are in their blue uniforms with yellow trim. The Golden Eagles in their white uniforms with black trim. I'd like to say hello to all the UC San Diego fans watching this one along with the Cal State LA fans. Hope you enjoy it as the tip is off and we are underway here at the Eagles Nest. Golden Eagles going from left to right. Now Lewis gets it over to Belt. In order to Sandra Williams, wide open. She didn't know how open she was. Didn't take the shot. Now Belt has the ball. Round to Melville. And the Golden Eagles will swing it around. Now over to Lewis. Over to Williams. 8 seconds on the clock. Williams looking inside. The ball deflected and knocked away and stolen. And the Tritons will come the other way. Sato in the front court. Gets it off. And it's swung around to Oscar. Now Dutremont above the three-point line. Fader cutting around, but she didn't get the ball. Birch gets it instead over to Sato. Cutting back door is Birch. She can't get the ball. 10 seconds on the clock. Now Sato driving on Williams inside all the way, lays it up and rolls it in. That one crawled in for the first basket of the game. Of course, the big story for the Golden Eagles yesterday was all the missed layups they had against Cal State San Bernardino. They missed at least 10 layups in the game, many of them uncontested, and most of them were in the first half. As that ball knocked away, it's stolen by Sato. Not a good pass by Belt. Sato all the way, lays it up and lays it in. So 2 turnovers lead to 2 quick baskets for the Tritons, and they're quickly ahead 4-0. Not a good start for the Golden Eagles as Melville brings it into the front court. Looking to settle things down. Now swung around to Williams. Melville straight ahead, 3-pointer, off the rim, no good. Ball knocked away by Nahara, out of bounds, and will go to the Tritons. Of course, the Golden Eagles are certainly looking for someone else to give them some offense tonight besides Sandra Williams. She really carried the team in yesterday's game. Every time the Golden Eagles needed a basket to stay in the game, she provided it, but really no one else did. And Sandra Williams' offense can only go so far. It is a team game, basketball. Has the ball to Sato, and an offensive foul, illegal screen on Birch on the pass. She had the shoulders turned, and when the Golden Eagle player ran into her, they called the foul. So first turnover for the Tritons. The Golden Eagles still looking to score. Approaching 2 minutes gone in this one. Now Lewis gets out to Williams near the half-court line. Williams going to survey the situation. Now she gets the ball back, swings around to Melville. Nahara calling for the ball inside. They can't get it to her. Instead, they swing it over to Lewis. Wide open in front of the Triton bench for 3. In and out. Tough break there. Nahara gets the loose ball over 2 defenders, but misses the putback. And Asuka quickly coming the other way. Tritons looking to push. Now Fader has the ball. Double team. Melville picks her up. Williams steps in front of the pass, knocks it out of bounds, and it'll stay with the Tritons. So nice defense there to really put some focus on Fader. As I said, she only had 12 points in yesterday's game against Cal State Dominguez Hills, but she is a dangerous scorer. Now driving the lane, Fader dumps it under to Birch. Pull up 8-footer, no good. That was a nice pass by Fader. Birch couldn't convert the shot. Now Williams the other way. We'll slow things down. Of course, the Golden Eagles have gotten off to slow starts many times this year, and they usually really picked it up in the second half. They do not want to get off to a very slow start against this very good team. Now Melville, 7 seconds on the clock. Drives in the lane all the way in an offensive foul. I believe they got Nahara on the illegal screen, and they did. So each team with a team foul. 3 early turnovers for the Golden Eagles. We're 3 minutes into this one, and they are still looking to get on the scoreboard. As Asuka has it in the front court. Gets the return pass from Sato. Now gets over to Birch. Above the free throw line. Now Asuka, fall away, 18-footer, no good. Going in for the rebound, Dutremont. No Golden Eagles there. Left-handed little hook, no good. Ball knocked away by Nahara and goes out of bounds, and will go back to the Tritons. So the Golden Eagles already having trouble with rebounding here in the early going. Tritons a very good defensive team. They only allow 58 points a game. So they can really clamp down on defense. They also out-rebound their opponents by 5 rebounds a game. So they usually have the edge on the boards. As Asuka looking inside, can't get Dutremont. She goes and finally dumps it in. Nahara tries to knock it away. 3 Golden Eagles in there. Williams, and a 3-second violation. So Dutremont fumbled the ball away because of all the pressure, and she was in there too long. Now one of those big players for the Tritons comes into the game, number 12, Dana Webster, 6'1" sophomore from Los Gatos. Tritons with 4 players on their roster over 6 feet or over, so they have a very tall team. As Melville gets it over to Kelly Lewis. Now Nahara, dangerous pass, almost stolen. Now Melville drives the lane, kicks it out to Williams, wide open for 3 in front of the Triton bench. She knocks it down. So Cassandra Williams picking up right where she left off yesterday. Her first shot, and she makes it count. Get the Golden Eagles finally on the board. Almost 4 minutes into this one. It's 4-3. Cutting backdoor Asuka. Nice pass from Sato, and she lays it up and in. Boy, beautiful play there. As Sato recognized the opening, and she cut backdoor and got the layup. Asuka got the layup. It was a great pass by Sato. And it makes it 4-3. Now Lewis, looking for somewhere to drive, gets off to Belt. Belt is triple team. Now Williams thinking about that long shot. She won't take it. 7 seconds on the clock. Lewis all the way up and under. Scoop shot is good. Boy, that was some kind of nifty shot on the run. We didn't see much of that from Lewis yesterday. In fact, we didn't see it at all. But she's had some creative shots. In her season high 25 points a couple games ago, she had all kinds of off-balance shots that went in, as a three-pointer is good straight away by Sato. So 7 quick points for Sato. She's got 7 of the Tritons' 9 points, and they have a 4-point lead. Sato's only the 4th leading scorer on the year. She only averages 6 points a game. She's already over her average. A couple minutes in, as that shot by Williams no good. Tipped out by Belt to Nahara. Bowls her way in, but can't make the shot. Belt gets a 3rd chance. She puts it up off the board, no good. Fader falls down but gets the rebound. Boy, 3 chances there for the Golden Eagles. They couldn't convert. Sato the other way, kicks it off to Asuka for 3 on the wing, no good. Nahara gets the loose ball, reach in, and a held ball by Doutremont, and the possession arrow will go to the Tritons. So the Tritons are all over the place with their active hands. And that'll take us to immediate timeout. First one of the game. 14:32 remaining in the first half. Tritons off to a pretty quick start. They're up 9-5 over Cal State LA on the Cal State LA Athletics Network.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Nuh-uh.
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 Okay, what are you guys doing?
We're trying to decide if dibs
Doesn't.
beats I saw it first does.
Wait, what?
Well, there's only one double-double left for our lunch meeting, and I saw it first.
No.
Therefore, it's mine.
No, I call dibs,
Yes,
which
saw
means the
beats dibs.
double-double
No.
should go to me. It's in the rule book.
Nuh-uh.
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 Yeah, well, you dress funny.
I'm telling.
Oh, yeah?
Okay, children, listen, there's only one way to handle this.
Staring contest.
No, rock, paper, scissors.
No, boys, the only grown-up way to handle this is for... Whoa! Hang on, you guys! What is that over there?
What?
Where? Hey, where's she going?
Dude, I think she just took the last double-double.
That's so hot.
Yeah, huh?
There's a fight. I get it.
No, dibs!
For the In-N-Out nearest you, call toll-free 1-800-786-1000.
14:32 remaining in this first half. UC San Diego with a 9-5 lead. Just this reminder, fans, stick around. The men will be taking the court at about 20 minutes after this game ends. That'll be around 7:30. Cal State LA against UC San Diego. That'll be a very important game also. UC San Diego is only 1 game behind the Golden Eagles after Cal State LA lost a heartbreaker to Cal State San Bernardino yesterday. As Asuka inbounds the ball to Fader, doesn't hesitate, shoots the 3 and knocks it down. So Fader, a 36% three-point shooter on the year, knocks down her first basket and makes it 12-5 Tritons. Now Lewis gets it over to Melville and a traveling violation, so another turnover for the Golden Eagles. Of course, the Tritons, that's part of their game is three-point shooting. They're a very good three-point shooting team. 34% on the year as Asuka gets into the front court. Gets over to Fader. Now it's swung around. And a wide open three-pointer straight away is good by Asuka. So the three-pointer is starting to go down for the Tritons, and the Golden Eagles are down 15-5. Now Melville over to Lewis. Lewis looking for Devin Rizabos, who just checked in. Samantha Hansen also in there, so Golden Eagles trying to match the Triton size, going with a big lineup. Long three-pointer by Melville is off the front rim. Fighting for the loose ball and getting it is Dana Webster. And the Tritons quickly coming the other way. Now Asuka gets out to Fader, wide open for another 3. She knocks it down. Golden Eagles are being run off the court right now, and Janelle Jones wants a timeout to stop it. 13:29 remaining in the first half. Golden Eagles off to about as bad a start as they could get, down 18-5 over UC San Diego on the Cal State LA Athletics Network.
The California Collegiate Athletic Association. 12 public institutions, 12 sports venues, 11 championships each year. A Division II conference born in 1939, the CCAA is holder of an unprecedented 149 national championships. From the redwoods of Northern California to the sunny beaches in the South, student athletes who competed at the CCAA also contribute to the community with programs such as the Student Athlete Advisory Committee and excel in the classroom, with 453 earning CCAA All-Academic Honors in 2010. The CCAA, a proud member of NCAA Division II.
And we're back underway as the Golden Eagles have it in the front court, down 18-5. Triton's playing a zone. Now Lewis, wide open, long three-pointer, about 23-footer. No good, Belt high for the rebound. Goes off to Webster instead. So the second chances even are going away for the Golden Eagles after they missed the first shot. Now Fader drives the lane, kicks it underneath. The Webster shot is rejected, but they're going to call foul. See if they get Melville. They do. Rizabos was also in there. So that'll be 2 free throws for Dana Webster, who's a 6'1" sophomore from Los Gatos in Northern California. Webster averages about 4 points on the year. She misses the free throw. Number 24, Aaron Grady, comes in for the Tritons, 5'10" senior from San Francisco. Sato also comes back for the Tritons. Megan Perry, number 21, also in there for them. For the Golden Eagles, it's Melville, Rizabos, Sandra Williams, Kelly Lewis, and Alicia Belt. As Melville fakes the pass, drives in instead, double teamed underneath, loses the ball. Rizabos has to go through her legs. Melville fights for it, and oh, that's a tough break. If that's a foul on Melville, that'll be her second in just a couple seconds, and it is. So she'll probably have to go to the bench. Miriam Jenkins getting ready to check in. Birch checks back in for the Tritons. So Miriam Jenkins, who had a scare yesterday, she went down hard. Looked like she might have had a serious injury, but luckily she came back later in the game. Looked a little gimpy on the leg, but she seems better tonight. As Oscar has the ball, gets it, dumps it in low to Grady. Grady kicks it out, swung around. Now Sato fakes the three, 8 seconds on the clock. Kicks it out wide open for three, straight away off the heel, no good. That was by Perry. But the rebound goes off to Oscar. Long shot, long rebound. Now Grady goes on underneath. It's whipped around. Oscar wide open for three. She's been hot, and she continues it. Knocks it down. So second three of the game for Oscar makes it 21-5. Boy, the hole just keeps getting deeper and deeper for the Golden Eagles in the early going. This is not what you wanted to see if you were a Cal State LA fan. Now Melville drives in the lane, kicks out to Lewis. Guess that's kind of an understatement, though. Three-pointer, no good. And Sato gets the loose ball. Quickly coming the other way. Underneath, now it's dumped into Grady. She runs over Lewis, and an offensive foul. Good play by Lewis to stand in and take the charge. An early appearance by number 3, Kiara DeMarco, for the Golden Eagles. DeMarco usually doesn't get into the game this early, but she's in now. She played 6 minutes in yesterday's game against Cal State San Bernardino. She did not take a shot. Now Belt gets over to Lewis, swings around to DeMarco. Of course, DeMarco's in there for her outside shooting. Now Lewis gets over to Miriam Jenkins. She'll pull up for a three, a rainbow, not close. DeMarco fighting for the rebound, but she carries it with her out of bounds. So the Golden Eagles just not able to get anything really to go in the basket. They're only 2 of 12 in the game so far. Tritons are just the opposite. They're 8 of 13. So something's going to have to change for Cal State LA on one end or the other if this game's going to get any closer. As now driving, knocked away by Jenkins and stolen. That was on Perry, and Perry picked it up and traveled. So nice defense by Miriam Jenkins. That's why she's in there, to give the Golden Eagles a spark on defense. Now Jenkins in the front court off the Belt, over to DeMarco. 10:50 remaining in the first half. Now Williams. Belt calling for the ball, goes off to Lewis instead. Now Belt gets it in the lane. Pull-up 8-footer is good. A Triton player got her hand up and bothered the shot, but Belt still made it for her first basket. And it's a football score, 21-7. It reminds me of the Super Bowl coming up tomorrow. I'll give you my prediction on that later. As the ball dumped underneath, it's knocked away and stolen by DeMarco. DeMarco dives on the court. Belt gets it ahead to Lewis, who throws it behind. Belt throws it behind Lewis and right to the Triton bench. Tough break there. Alyssa Hansen makes her first appearance for Cal State LA, number 12. For the Tritons, number 23, Nadia Kern comes in. Dutremont also comes back in for the Tritons. Now Fader with the ball. Fader with that ponytail wig-wagging around, looking inside, can't find anyone. Gets it off, now it's dumped over to Asuka. You want to guard her. Pull-up 13-footer is no good. Williams high for the rebound. Looking ahead, gets it ahead to Jenkins. See if the Golden Eagles can push. Now Hanson gets over to Kiara DeMarco, wide open for three in front of the Triton bench. She knocks it down. So that's why DeMarco's in the game. Try and spread the floor. Get the Golden Eagles some outside shooting, and she does for her first basket, make it 21-10. Golden Eagles look like they're finally picking up their intensity on defense as Dutremont gets over, knocked away, and stolen by Jenkins. She gets hit in the face and knocked down. And they will call the foul. It'll just be ball out of bounds. That's a third team foul on the Tritons. Boy, Jenkins has had a tough couple of games. She's shaken up again, but she'll get the media timeout here to regather herself. 9:37 remaining in the first half. Cal State LA getting a bit more in the game, but they're still down 21-10 to UC San Diego on the Cal State LA Athletics Network.
Welcome to the Pepsi Refresh Project. This year we're giving millions to fund ideas that will refresh the world. Your ideas, voted on by the public. Here's how it works. Submit your ideas at refresheverything.com for a chance to win a Pepsi Refresh grant. Ideas can be submitted in 6 categories: health and fitness, arts and culture, neighborhoods, the planet, education, food and shelter. Vote for ideas you care about at refresheverything.com and help them become a reality. Everyone can vote for up to 10 ideas each day. Help promote good ideas using our Facebook and Twitter tools. The ideas with the most votes will receive a Pepsi Refresh grant to make them happen. So could a soda really make the world a better place? With your help, it will. What do you care about? Join the Pepsi Refresh Project. Thousands of ideas, millions in grants. Every Pepsi refreshes the world.
One love, one blood, one people.
9:37 remaining. I look over in the stands and I see Lacey Gibbons over there along with Bree Parsons. 2 players the Golden Eagles sure could use. Of course, injuries knocking them out. No word on when they can come back, but with the Golden Eagles struggling from long range, they could sure use someone like Lacey Gibbons, who's one of the best three-point shooters in the conference. Those injuries certainly taking somewhat of a toll on this team, but they do have depth, so they are persevering as Hanson gets over to Williams in the front court. Alyssa Hanson over to Kiara DeMarco, over to Jenkins. Jenkins thinks better of the three, gets it over to Williams. 4 seconds on the clock, pulls up for 3 and knocks it down. So Cassandra Williams knocking down her threes. She's taken 2 and made 2. She has 6 points. That's 21-13. So the Golden Eagles on a bit of a run here. They've scored 8 straight points to cut into that Triton lead. Now in the front court, whipped around to Fader. Nadia Kern out there also for the Tritons along with Webster, Dutremont, and Sato as the three-pointer no good. An air ball. DeMarco quickly coming the other way. 3 Tritons are back. DeMarco drives all the way underneath. Lays it in, and a foul off the glass. Nice play by DeMarco. Boy, we haven't seen that out of her this year. She certainly has showed aggression there, going 1-on-3. Drew the foul. Perry checks back in for the Tritons. So that's something the Golden Eagles desperately need, is an unlikely source to step up and provide offense. Golden Eagles need offense from anywhere they can get it right now, as DeMarco, looking to cut it to 5, misses the free throw. So 21-15. Golden Eagles on a 10-0 run. Sato in the front court. Gets it over to Perry. Whips across court to Fader. Fader pulls up for 3. No good. Jenkins tips the rebound over to Williams. Smart play. Williams quickly looking to attack in the front court. She'll pull it up and think better of it, and DeMarco will reset the offense. Now Hanson. Jenkins right behind her. Hanson looking to drive. She does drive the baseline. Kicks it over to Jenkins. Fakes the 3. Drives it instead. High off the window. Ooh, in and out. Well, I think Jenkins put it a little higher off the glass than she needed to, and that made it less likely to go in. She pops the ball over, and it lands on the scorer's table. Surprised a few people over there, I'll bet. They'll stay with the Tritons. As the officials going over the scores table discussing the shot clock, I believe it's at 24 seconds. 7:55 remaining on the game clock. As Oscar getting ready to check back in for the Tritons. Webster will sit down, so the Tritons going a bit smaller here. With Dutremont and Perry, the only front court players out there, both 5'9". So now Oscar in the front court, guarded by Jenkins. Certainly, Janelle Jones putting Jenkins on Oscar to try and cool her down. Now over to Fader on the weave. Fader guarded by Belt. 7 seconds on the clock. Fader drives in, kicks it out to Sato, pulls up for three on the wing, no good. Williams, good box out for the rebound. So she's getting rebounds in the early going. And now she'll bring it up herself. Give it up to Jenkins. Golden Eagles looking to cut into this deficit some more. Now DeMarco makes the three, drives instead, pulls up a line drive 17-footer, not close. You could see that shot didn't have a chance from the beginning. The ball almost thrown away. Sato saves it luckily. Over to Perry, in low to Dutremont. Fall away shot, no good. Good defense by Alicia Belt, preventing Dutremont from having the layup. Now Jenkins in the front court. Gets off to DeMarco. We're under 7 minutes to go in the first half. Now Williams gets the ball, whips it over to Hanson. Jenkins above the three-point line, gets over to Williams. Williams guarded by Oscar, but in low to Belt, and a reach-in foul on Dutremont. A little too aggressive there by her. That's the 5th team foul on the Tritons. So it'll be ball out of bounds. Number 30, Kasia Powell comes in for Cal State LA. Powell, the 5'6" freshman from Anaheim. Of course, Modern Day High School is where she went. In yesterday's game, Powell only played 14 minutes. She had 2 points. As Williams whips it into Powell. Powell fakes the drive. Gets it over to Hanson. Hanson, plenty of time on the shot clock. Wraparound dribble, nowhere to go. Gets up to Williams underneath, lays up and lays it in. Nice play by Williams. She recognized her teammate was in trouble and she cut straight to the basket. And when she got the pass, she had an open lane to score, and she did for her 8th point to make it 21-17. So in the Battle of the Stars, Cassandra Williams certainly has the upper hand so far. As the ball knocked away, almost stolen. Now it goes off to Dutremont. Dutremont almost loses the ball. Janelle Jones imploring her team to pick up their energy on defense as Sato runs into Cassandra Williams, but she draws the foul. That's only the first foul on Cassandra Williams. Sato will go to the line for her first trip. Sato with that hot start in the early going, scoring 7 of the Tritons' first 9 points. As I said, she only averages 6 points a game on the year, so she's already above that average as she makes that free throw. She's more of a playmaker. She's the point guard on this team. Not as much a scorer, but you couldn't tell by what she's doing tonight, as that second free throw is good. And that makes it 23-17. So that's the first points the Tritons have scored in a long time. Now Powell in the front court. Tritons have not scored since the 12-14 mark. It's a three-pointer in the corner by DeMarco, no good. So they went over 6 minutes without scoring. And a crossover dribble lost out of bounds. They give it to San Diego. It looked like it went off Sato. It was knocked away by DeMarco. Of course, hard to see from here. I'm on the opposite side where the camera is, high above the sideline. As Sato has the ball. Fakes the pass, drives instead. Kicks out to Perry. Oscar wide open for three. On the wing, she knocks it down. So Oscar hasn't had a shot in a while, but she got an open one there. Knocked down her third three of the first half. She has 11 points. And now that ball knocked away on the pass by Belt. She reaches in and ties up Dutremont. Boy, that's a break there. That looked like a turnover. Possession arrow will go to Cal State LA. As Jenkins checks back in, DeMarco will sit down. Productive couple of minutes for DeMarco. She only played 6 minutes. She had 5 points. So we'll see when she comes back in. As Hanson looking to inbound the ball, gets up to Williams. Wide open for a long two. No good. Now the other way, Sato. Golden Eagles pick up a little pressure, but then they back off. As we approach 5 minutes to go in this first half. Fader kicks out to Oscar. Now Perry around a Dutremont screen, looking for Dutremont, can't find her. Oscar will pull up instead for a long two and knocks it down on the three-point line. So, boy, Asuka is the player that's unstoppable right now. She has 13 points in the first half. And it's 26-17. She has half of the Tritons total. And she actually has 11 points, but she's the leading scorer actually in the game. Now Jenkins gets over to Hansen, knocked away, almost stolen. Now it is stolen by Perry. Gets over to Sato. Dutremont calling for the ball, but Sato keeps it, drives all the way inside. No look pass to Fader, wide open for three. She can't knock it down. Long rebound goes to Perry. Right to Asuka. She pulls up from 8, and a foul is called. So the Tritons once again getting all the loose balls. Foul is on Belt. So it'll be free throws when we come back from this media timeout. 4:17 remaining in the first half. UC San Diego has reestablished their lead 28-17 on the Cal State LA Athletics Network.
Good day, sunshine. Good day, sunshine. I need to laugh, and when the sun is out, I've got something I can laugh about.
Wherever you've been, whatever you've been through, we've got a warm welcome waiting for you. And that is only the beginning. Doubletree by Hilton, where the little things mean everything.
The NCAA Division II student-athlete experience goes beyond the classrooms and playing fields. It means a commitment to service and community, helping organizations like the Make-A-Wish Foundation by raising money to help grant the wishes of children with life-threatening medical conditions. Kids like Jacob.
Some student athletes gave of their time and their energy to raise the money.
It was fun to meet Jeff Gordon.
NCAA Division II, training student athletes for lifelong achievement.
4:17 remaining in this first half. This has been a half of runs. Triton started out with a 21-5 lead in the first 8 minutes of the game. Golden Eagles came back, though, by scoring the next 12 points in a row. They went on a 12-0 run to cut it to 4. Now UC San Diego has scored the last 7 points. They're on a 7-0 run. And they have reestablished an 11-point lead, and they're looking to extend that from the line here as Asuka, who has not been to the line yet, makes the free throw. 14 points in the first half for Asuka on 5 of 8 shooting. She is the Triton's second leading scorer, averaging 12.5 points. She's a 91% free throw shooter. In fact, she's a rare player in this conference. She's a 50-40-90 player. Think of Steve Nash for the Lakers. Even you Triton fans are probably familiar with Steve Nash. He's a 50-40-90 player. Well, that's what Emily Asuka is this year so far. 50% from the field, 40% from three-point range, and 90% from the free throw line, which is pretty incredible. You do not often see that at all, as Williams gets the ball to Melville, and Asuka's playing like that tonight. Now Williams looking for someone to give it. 5 on the clock. Ford Jenkins has to bail out with a long three. No good. High for the rebound. It's only Triton's there, and Fader gets it. Now Asuka in the front court. Gets it over to Fader. Boy, creates space for Melville. Pulls up from 15 and knocks it down. She created space and got rid of Melville and made the shot. That reestablishes the lead to 32-17. So the Tritons have answered the Golden Eagle surge in a big way. Now Jenkins looks for someone to give it to. Gives it out to Alyssa Hansen. Alyssa Hansen, 2 Tritons prevent her from driving. Now Belt underneath fakes the drive, pulls up for a fall away 10-footer, no good. Quickly Fader coming the other way. Ball knocked away and stolen by Williams. Williams 2-on-1 with, Melville. The ball knocked away and they're going to call foul reaching in on Fader. Fader didn't like it. That's a 16th foul though, so it'll be a ball out of bounds. But every foul after this on the Tritons will be free throws for the Golden Eagles, as Nahara comes back in for Cal State LA along with Kelly Lewis. Jenkins will get a rest along with Alicia Belt. So 3 minutes exactly to go in the first half. Golden Eagles now looking to break a drought of their own scoring as Lewis, turnaround 10-footer off the front rim, no good. Golden Eagles have not scored a basket in over 3.5 minutes. As Dutremont, nowhere to go, kicks out to Fader. Fader will drive the lane, whips it underneath Perry, and an offensive foul is called. Kelly Lewis stood in to take the charge. Nice play. Fader actually should have took that shot. She looked like she had a wide open shot, but she passed it instead. And she turned her head, and she didn't see Lewis when she did, and that created the charge. Fader will sit down now. So the Tritons bring back in Birch as Hanson gets it over to Williams, whips it over to Melville. Melville's been quiet, just like last night. And Hanson gets it over to Lewis. Lewis fakes the shot, drives all the way in underneath, puts it up at an offensive foul on Lewis. So she takes the charge on the one end, and she gets called for the charge on the other end. I believe that was Webster that took the charge. So another turnover for the Golden Eagles. They have 9 in this first half. The Tritons have 8. So there have been a lot of turnovers in this half. Full court pressure. Golden Eagles trying to somewhat get back in this game in the last 2 minutes of the half, down 15. Now Oscar, guarded by Lewis. 8 seconds on the clock. Perry whips it cross court to Sato. Sato looking inside, knocked away and stolen by Williams. Nice play by Williams. Looking ahead. Tritons are back. She gets off to Lewis. Nahara sets a nice screen. Lewis wide open. She didn't even look to shoot. Boy, she was wide open. Now Lewis gets over to Williams. Williams will drive. She'll shoot an 18-footer. Knock it down. So Tassandra Williams trying to keep the Golden Eagles in the game once again. She has 10 points. 10 of their 19 makes it 32-19. Tritons throw it away almost out of bounds. Now Sato has it in the back court. Sato finally brings it into the front court. Now Oscar over to Sato. Over to Sato, for 3, no good. Fighting for the rebound. Oh, almost an elbow there by Webster on Nahara, but it's knocked away. Lewis 1-on-2 the other way. She didn't have the numbers. It was knocked away out of bounds. It was knocked away by Perry. And we'll stay with the Golden Eagles with 54.5 seconds left in the first half. 24 on the shot clock. Hanson will inbound the ball. Now Lewis cuts back door to try and get the pass. They can't get it to her. Whipped out to Williams instead. So 30-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Now Williams double teamed. So Tritons figuring out who's scoring for the Golden Eagles. Now Nahara drives to the free throw line. Pull up free throw jumper. Bounces high up in the air and falls in. So fortunate bounce for Rochelle Nahara for her first basket of the game, make it 32-21. And boy, Heidi Vanderveer is not going to waste any time. She's calling timeout. With 36.8 seconds remaining in the first half, we're going to take a quick break. Cal State LA is trailing 32-21.
Sierra Acura of Alhambra has the benefit of my family's over 80 years experience in the automotive industry. We can honestly say that there is no better time than now to purchase or lease a new or pre-owned vehicle at Sierra Acura of Alhambra. We have a terrific inventory of new and pre-owned vehicles, but more importantly, we have an experienced and knowledgeable staff to guide you with the luxury treatment you should expect as an Acura customer. Get the value you deserve at Sierra Acura of Alhambra. With 80-plus years of experience behind us, we know how.
36.8 seconds remaining. The Golden Eagles have cut a bit into this 15-point deficit. They've cut it down to 11. As I said, by halftime, they'd want to be at least at that margin, probably, if not under double digits. But they will have to get a stop here in order to do that. There's 28 on the shot clock, 36.8 seconds on the game clock. So we'll see how far the Tritons run it down before they take a shot as a wet spot is wiped up on the floor. Dutremont, Sato, Oscar out there for the Tritons, along with Webster and Perry. Golden Eagles have Lewis, Melville, Williams, Alyssa Hanson, and Rochelle Nahara. It's in the front court. Sato gets it over to Oscar, and they play catch between Sato and Oscar. Now Dutremont gets it. 3 Tritons extended above the three-point line. Now cutting around is Perry. She gets the ball. 7 seconds on the clock. Now with 6. Oscar way above the three-point line. Dangerous pass with 2. Perry with 1. Gets off the shot. Oscar at the end of the shot clock. No good. Goes off to Williams. 5 seconds on the clock. Williams in the front court. Gets off to Nahara. Back to Williams. Knocked away out of bounds with 1.2 seconds remaining. So kind of an awkward break there for Cal State LA. Williams gave it to Nahara way too soon. So with 1 second, it'll be a catch and shoot for the Golden Eagles. Let's see if they can get Williams the ball on the inbounds pass. She's in the lane right now. Now she cuts around to get the ball. And it's whipped over to Lewis. Running three-pointer, no good. I think she had time to set her feet, but she didn't realize it. So that'll take us to the half. As I said, it's been a half of runs. Triton starting out with that 21-5 lead. The Golden Eagles scoring the next 12 points to get back in the game. Then the Tritons extended their lead back to 15 before the Golden Eagles ended the half by scoring the last 4 points. So once again, Cal State LA struggling on offense and struggling to find someone else to score besides Cassandra Williams. We'll see if Janelle Jones can do anything to remedy the offensive situation in the second half. But right now we are at halftime at the Eagles Nest. UC San Diego is leading Cal State LA 32-21. I'll be back in a few minutes with first half stats, scores of other games, and the beginning of the second half here on the Cal State LA Athletics Network.
Life of the Balance is how we distinguish ourselves from the other two divisions.
Presidents and chancellors from Division II institutions were talking about what was happening with Division II. Out of that initial summit emerged a consensus.
Our basic goals of how we want our students to develop and mature and the kinds of experiences we think that are valuable for them were really reflected in what the strategic positioning platform of Division II encourages.
It's united our membership.
This is my 14th year in Division II, and our platform has been one of the best things that have ever happened to Division II. We've defined who we are.
I see it in our student athletes who really sort of swell their chests up and are really proud of who they are and what they do.
I talk about our student-athlete experience at Division II, about being really, truly life in the balance.
The administration and the presidents have done a good job saying there will be balance. You can have your 3 hours a day, but after that, they're mine or they're the faculty members.
We have to make sure that every student-athlete has a broad experience in terms of academic opportunity, career opportunity, commitment to the community, understanding who they are, growing up, and being good competitors athletics.
I want our student athletes to be involved in student government. I want our student athletes to participate in the music programs that we have on campus, in the theater programs, in the student organizations such as Students in Free Enterprise. That, to me, is life in the balance. It's not just academics and athletics.
Many of our student athletes are leaders on campus. They take the initiative for community engagement projects.
We've all heard the cliche that most of the learning, occurs outside of the classroom. Well, that's the social aspect. That's the social responsibility aspect.
One of the great things about Division II is your proximity to the action. You're right there. You're not going to be in nosebleed seats. Conversely, you hear a lot more and you see a lot more. And so we have a responsibility to our fans, not only to put on a good product on the floor, but one that mom and dad feel good about with their son or daughter with them.
It is a balanced program of academics, athletics, and community outreach.
25% of our student athletes receive no athletics aid at all.
The partial scholarship model actually allows a lot more students to participate in athletics as scholarship athletes. But it says to the students, you're partially an athlete, you're partially a scholar.
It allows students who would not otherwise have an opportunity to go to college to do so.
Spirit of Division II, it's students first and student success first. I'm always reminded that Miles Brand used to say that we're an educational association, not a sports association. And I think we really took that to heart at Division II.
I believe that we have an opportunity to create in Division II a vision that the Knight Commission has been talking about for a long time, about the appropriate role of intercollegiate athletics.
Life in the balance gives students the flexibility to make choices. It's a spark and then a slow fire, and now it's igniting. And I really think it is across a lot of our campuses.
The idea is that every student athlete should have as full a possible life experience while an undergraduate as we can afford.
am the president of the University of Indianapolis.
President, West Texas A&M University.
And I chose
Division II.
And I chose Division II.
Welcome back to the Eagles Nest, where at halftime the UC San Diego Tritons are leading the Cal State LA Golden Eagles 32-21. Michael Nimitz back with you once again. I've got a couple scores of other games in the CCAA. At halftime, Cal State Dominguez Hills is leading Cal State San Bernardino 31-28. Remember, that is the team, Cal State San Bernardino, that dominated the Golden Eagles yesterday. And in another game, Chico State, the first place team, is leading Cal Poly Pomona at halftime 43-27, so they're very much playing like the first place team. UC San Diego, remember, is one game behind Chico State for first place in the conference. Cal State LA is 2 games behind Chico State for first place, and the Golden Eagles are tied with Cal Poly Pomona for 4th, so that's a very important game in the standings for the Golden Eagles. Let's quickly get to the halftime stats. For the Tritons, the story of the half was Emily Oska. She had 15 points on 5 of 9 shooting, including 3 from downtown. Miranda Sato, not to be outdone, had 9 points. Daisy Fader, the leading scorer for the Tritons and second leading scorer in the conference, had 8 points. And that was the entire offense for the Tritons. Those 3 players scored all 32 points. No one else scored, so not really depth for the Tritons, but you don't need it when you have players that good. And it was enough because the Golden Eagles struggled on offense once again. They were led in scoring by Cassandra Williams, who had 10 points on 4 of 6 shooting. She also had 3 rebounds. She played the entire half, but no other player had more than 5 points, and that was Kiara DeMarco, who did it in 6 minutes. Rochelle Nahara, Alicia Belt, and Kelly Lewis all had 2 points, but those were the only Golden Eagles that scored. Paige Melville was scoreless in the first half, along with Miriam Jenkins, Alyssa Hanson, Keisha Powell, and Devin Rizabas. As far as the team stats, Golden Eagles only shot 33%, 9 of 27 in the first half, so they could not get anything to go in. Tritons 11 of 24. Golden Eagles only 3 of 12 from long range. They have struggled from there lately, mightily. Tritons 6 of 14. Tritons 4 of 6 from the free throw line. The Golden Eagles missed their only free throw, but they didn't get to the line because they were shooting a lot of outside shots. Rebounding department, the Tritons 21-12. They dominated the boards. He said they have a very tall roster. Turnovers were about even, 10-9. UC San Diego did have more, and they converted those Golden Eagle turnovers into 15 points. Compared to 12 points, the Golden Eagles got up Triton turnovers. Golden Eagles had the only 5 bench points of the game. Of course, as I said, only 3 players have scored for the Tritons. And points in the paint are about even. So anyway, we'll see if the Golden Eagles can turn it around here in the second half. Remember, this is the last of a 6-game homestand for Cal State LA. They're 3-2 so far on the homestand. After tonight, they play 6 of their final 8 games on the road. There are only 2 regular season games left here in the Eagles Nest are February 15th and 16th against San Francisco State and Sonoma State. That'll be our next broadcast. It'll be February 15th. Of course, make sure you stay tuned for the men's game later tonight between UC San Diego and Cal State LA. That'll come out at approximately 7:30. Golden Eagles take to the road next week to play a tough Cal State Monterey Bay team and then play Cal State East Bay. So those are 2 very difficult games. But they're in a battle here tonight as we start the second half. Dutremont quickly underneath. Boy, before I can even realize it, Oscar gets it into Dutremont for a basket right off the get-go. And the Tritons extend their lead to 13. So Melville whips it cross court to Williams. Over to Lewis. Melville, who's not gotten anything going this whole weekend. Now Williams, dangerous pass. Out to Melville, pulls up for 3 in front of the Golden Eagle bench. Oh, not close, hit the side of the rim. And Oscar quickly coming the other way, looking to push. Now we're to Fader. She's open on the wing for 3. In and out. Williams fights for the rebound, and it goes to Oscar. And she goes up and gets fouled. So once again, the Tritons are beating the Golden Eagles to every loose ball. That's the second foul on Cassandra Williams. Golden Eagles cannot afford to have her get into foul trouble. Or I don't know where their offense would be if she had to sit down. Oscar going back to the line. She's made her only 2 free throws of the game. She knocks that one down. As I mentioned earlier, Oscar, 50, 40, 90 player. She shoots 91% from the free throw line. Best in the conference. And she makes the second free throw. So she continues to roll. Makes it 36-21. Now Nahara, as the Tritons showing some full court pressure. Melville has the ball. Melville double teamed along the sideline. She's bumped and fouled by Sato. So each team with a team foul about a minute into the second half. Second foul on Sato. Let's see if the Golden Eagles make a more concerted effort to get the ball inside somehow. Williams, double team now, gets up to Nahara. Nahara up to Melville, open for three on the wing. Oh, up the front rim, no good. Sato high for the rebound. Asuka. Asuka coming the other way. Hesitates, drives inside. Lewis picks her up. Now she crosses over on Lewis. Can't find a driving lane. Good defense by Lewis. And Asuka will think better of it and reset the offense. Now Sato has it. And a foul inside. Looked like called on Nahara. Say she gave a little shove to Birch. Of course, I should have said the same 5 players are out there that started the game for both teams. Now into Birch. Whips it around to Dutremont underneath to Fader. Fader, turn around 10-footer, off the heel, no good. Birch high for the rebound. Boy, Nahara knocked her down. They're going to call another foul. So Nahara really playing physical, and she's getting called for it. That's her 3rd foul, and nothing's flat. She picks up 2 quick fouls. 3 team fouls already in the Golden Eagles. So Nahara's really going to have to be careful now. Birch whips it over to Fader. Fader looking for someone to give it to. She drives on Williams. Kicks out to Dutremont. Now Asuka. Boy, Golden Eagles got to pick her up. She kicks it out. 13-footer, no good by Birch. And now it's whipped under to Lewis, and Sato tries to reach in and steal it, and she commits a foul. So the officials calling it a lot tighter here to begin the second half. That does tend to happen a lot of times. As Perry pick in for the Tritons, Megan Perry, 5'9" junior from Decatur, Illinois. Jenkins checks in for the Golden Eagles. Jenkins had a steal in the first half, but she did not score. Now Lewis gets it to Melville on the weave. Tritons really extending their defense. It's giving the Golden Eagles all kinds of problems. Now Lewis over to Williams. Now Melville looks to drive, can't find a driving lane. Inload to Belt, she's double teamed. Loses the ball, gets it back, puts it up and puts it in. Might have been hit there too by Birch, but she makes the basket. Makes it 36-23. Now double team Fader on the sideline. Almost loses the ball. Somehow goes up to Dutremont. Now Perry whips it underneath Asuka. Nice passing underneath. Birch is hammered. She puts it up and in. And the foul. Boy, Belt really walloped her. And I believe a delayed game warning has been called as Belt commits her 2nd foul. Birch will go to the line. That was her first basket of the game. So now every Triton starter has scored. As Birch misses the free throw. But it's 38-23. So the Tritons have extended their lead to start the half. They had an 11-point lead at halftime. Williams running 5-footer is good. Nice job by Williams. Went all the way to the basket for a 12th point. Make it 38-25. Now Dutremont gets in the front court to Perry. Off the Fader. Golden Eagles still only shooting 35%. Now Dutremont whips it over to Perry. Fader looking to drive. Drives, hop step. 10-footer in and out. Jenkins tips the rebound, but she can't control it, and it goes out of bounds. Boy, it looked like she was there all by herself to get the rebound, and she just couldn't corral it. So Asuka will inbound it underneath the Tritons' basket. Gets it into Birch. Now Williams picks up Dutremont. That's interesting. Perry around the screen. Dumps it inside. Dangerous pass. I don't know how Asuka got that. 12-footer off the rim, no good. Williams gets the loose ball. And she'll look to push. Gives out to Lewis. Now Melville. Lewis cuts back door. Jenkins gets off the Belt at the elbow. Belt backs in. Turnaround 8-footer is good. So Alicia Belt starts to get her offense going. She has 6 points. And that makes it 38-27. The Golden Eagles have cut it back to 11. Thanks to 2 quick baskets from Alicia Belt and a basket from Cassandra Williams. Now Fader gets over to Perry. Over the head of Fader. She somehow knocked it down. Now Jones really calling for her team to be active on defense. Perry whips across court. Oscar wide open for three. Knocks it down. There you go again. Oscar has really been the thorn in the Golden Eagles side tonight. She has 4 3-pointers, which accounts for quite a bit of her 20 points. Now Melville gets up to Williams. Gets over to Lewis. A long 3-pointer. No good. Fader with the rebound. Fader gets off to Oscar. Jenkins tries to knock it away, but Oscar lays it up and in. After Jenkins missed, there was nobody there to take her on. 22 points already for Oscar. 43-27. Boy, she's threatening to outscore the Golden Eagles right now. As Williams, a long 3-pointer, knocks it down. Boy, that was at least 25 feet out. She had to lean into that one. So that's her third 3-pointer and 3 attempts, makes it 43-30. Boy, the way she's shooting from out there, maybe she should take a few more. As Fader gets over to Oscar. In low to Birch. Birch whips over to Perry. Now around to Fader. Almost loses the ball. 10 seconds on the clock. Fader looking to drive on Lewis. Kicks off to Birch. Runs into Lewis, and Lewis commits the foul. We'll see if they say she was shooting. So Lewis tried to strip the ball, but she ran right into Birch. Already the 15th foul in Cal State LA. The officials are discussing something. Foul was on Lewis. Maybe they're discussing if it was a shooting foul. And called on Melville. Boy, that's interesting. It was Lewis that Birch bumped into, but, well, we'll figure it out when we get back. 14:24 remaining in the second half. Cal State LA is trailing 43-30 to UC San Diego on the Cal State LA Athletics Network.
For nearly 6 decades, we've been the educational heart of Los Angeles. Our world-class programs have educated 4 generations of men and women to lead in their communities, to innovate in their fields, and to inspire with their lives. Cal State LA has opened the door to the American dream for thousands of men and women with our big city sophistication and our hometown college feel. Prepare yourself for a lifetime of learning. Your future starts today at Cal State LA.
Girls with curls, I don't know about you, but my hair is crazy. Finally, it's time to stop hating your curls. I have to tell you about my new best friend, Mix Chicks. Mix Chicks has revolutionized curly hair. I no longer fear frizz. Tame your curls with Mix Chicks. All I need is Mix Chicks, and I have soft, sexy, defined curls that aren't heavy or sticky. 100% vegan, always affordable, and the secret of the Hollywood elite. Pick up Mix Chicks today at your neighborhood Target store or go to www.mixchicks.net.
14:24 remaining in the second half. That was a costly call in that last foul. Calling the foul on Melville. That's her 3rd foul. Lewis only has 1 foul. So that puts Melville in foul trouble, although she has not scored tonight. The officials discussed it and thought they might change it, and we'll see if they do. I think they might change the foul and give it to Lewis. Yeah, I think they are. That's the proper call. Yeah, that was definitely Lewis's foul. I didn't even see where Melville was in the play as Birch goes to the line. So that is the 2nd foul on Lewis. That means Melville only has 2 fouls as Birch misses the free throw. Birch is 0 for 2 from the line. She scored her only basket of the game a couple minutes ago. She misses that free throw. Rebound off to Kiara DeMarco, checks back in. So Miriam Jenkins, Paige Melville, Kiara DeMarco, Alicia Belt, and Sandra Williams out there for the Golden Eagles. Now Oscar out there for the Tritons along with Fader, Birch, and Perry. As Williams looks to drive, can't find anything, along with Dutremont for the Tritons. Now Melville, 10 seconds on the clock, looking to drive. Melville backs in the lane, kicks out to Miriam Jenkins. Jenkins, underneath, nice pass to Belt, who lays it up and in. Nice pass with 2 seconds on the clock. Nice pass by Miriam Jenkins. Found Belt right in stride, and Belt is on a roll right now. She scored 3 baskets in the last couple minutes, and once again, it's an 11-point lead for the Tritons. Golden Eagles have gotten it down to 11, which it was at halftime, but they have not been able to get it any closer. As now Birch goes inside, underneath, puts it up, no good, but they're going to call a bumping foul on Belt, saying she bumped her with the body. So that's the 3rd foul on Alicia Belt. Nahara has 3 fouls also. Those are the 2 Golden Eagles in somewhat of foul trouble. Tritons only have Sato, who has 3 fouls. As Birch goes right back to the line where she has not made a free throw in 3 attempts. And she misses that one, so she's having all kinds of trouble from the line. Kasia Powell comes back in for Cal State LA. Jenkins will sit down. So Birch, who's played in 17 games this year and made 9 starts, looking to finally make a free throw. She's only a 48% free throw shooter on the year. That may explain some things. She misses that one too. And Melville with the rebound. So that may be a player the Golden Eagles look to foul late in the game, if she's in the game, if they are still behind. As Williams gets over to Melville. Melville double team, nowhere to go. Looking for someone to give it to, gives it to Powell. Powell looking to drives all the way, spin move underneath, puts up and misses the layup. Oh, she spun and didn't have the awareness of where the basket was, and so she missed the basket completely on that shot. Too bad, it was a nice move. Now Perry gets it underneath the Birch. Wide open is Fader for 3, Oscar. That's good. Who else? 25 points for Emily Oscar. 5 3-pointers. Boy, she is really a one-man gang tonight for the Tritons. Now DeMarco. Pull-up 15-footer is good. So DeMarco with her first basket in the second half cuts it down to 12. Golden Eagles cannot stop Oscar right now. They may have to double team her, get the ball out of her hands, do something. She is really carrying the Tritons offense right now by herself. As Dutremont pulls up from 13, rolls around and out. Belt gets the loose ball. And Williams will quickly bring it into the front court. Off to Powell. Powell drives inside. Double team off to Belt, who loses the ball through the legs. And it goes to the Tritons, so they say Belt touched it last. Samantha Hansen and Alyssa Hansen come in for the Golden Eagles, the 2 Hansens. Dana Webster comes in for the Tritons, along with Sato. So Perry will inbound the ball. Golden Eagles showing full court pressure. Now Dutremont gets it. Off to Oscar. We're under 12 minutes to go in this one. Sato passed up the 3. Oscar will pass it up, but she passes it over. Now in low to Webster. Ball knocked away by Powell, and a reach-in foul is called. So we'll see if they call that a 2-shot foul or 1-and-1. It's the 7th team foul already on the Golden Eagles. They are out of fouls with 11:48 remaining in the second half. Samantha Hansen gets called for the foul. So they say it's a 1-and-1 for Webster. They didn't say she was shooting. Honestly, it kind of did look like she was going up for a shot when she was stripped. Free throw is good. So Webster with her first point. She's a 6'1" sophomore from Los Gatos. Looking to extend the lead back to 14 for the Tritons, and she does. So Williams quickly brings it into the front court. Over to Powell. DeMarco pulls up for 3 on the wing. Not close. You can see that was off. Hansen fights for the rebound. Looked like she had it. 3 players fight for the ball. 2 Golden Eagles and a Triton. It's going to be a held ball. The possession arrow will stay with Cal State LA. So good effort there by Powell to go after the loose ball. Now Hansen will inbound the ball. Gets over to Williams, pulls up for a quick 18-footer. The heel no good. Hansen fighting for the rebound, Samantha Hansen, but it goes off to Dutremont. And quickly the Tritons will push it into the front court. So a rare miss for Tassandra Williams. She's only missed 3 shots in the game. Now underneath Dutremont, shot rejected by Powell. Nice play there. So the ball will be out of bounds. And they actually give Hansen credit for that last block. And we have a foul called before I think the ball's even inbounded. Kiara DeMarco, costly foul. That'll be a 1-and-1. They'll send Dutremont to the line. Dutremont has played in all 20 games for the Tritons this year. She's made 17 starts. So that free throw rattles around and out. Samantha Hansen gets the rebound. Dutremont, the third leading scorer for the Tritons at about 11 points a game. Williams in the front court. Looking for somewhere to go, gives off to Powell. Powell looking to drive. Ball knocked away by Sato, and will stay with the Golden Eagles. On the sideline, the Triton coaches are upset. They're saying the ball was kicked by the Golden Eagles. But Alyssa Hanson will inbound the ball with 15 seconds on the shot clock. Now Williams gets the ball off to DeMarco. DeMarco over to Alyssa Hanson, high pass. Powell calling for the ball, she gets it. Powell backs in, kicks it out to Samantha Hanson, loses the ball. It goes to Oscar, almost out of bounds. Oscar coming the other way. So another turnover, costly turnover for the Golden Eagles. They have 11 now. Oscar creates some space, doesn't look to shoot. Surprised, she was open. Sato gets in low to Webster, pull up 13-footer, no good. Cassandra Williams gets the rebound. Williams looking to push. She goes around a screen, kicks it underneath. Oh, threw it. Alyssa Hanson was not there. She threw it right to Dutremont. Now Perry, Oscar's underneath the basket, but she backs out. Webster will pull up for that same shot she just missed, and she misses it again. And Kezia Powell gets the rebound. Now DeMarco will bring it in the front court. Pace really picked up here in the last couple minutes. Of course, the Golden Eagles will probably have to have it that way if they're going to try to get back in the game. Williams thinks better of a three, dumps it underneath to Alyssa Hanson, puts it up and in. So a nice pass there by Cassandra Williams. She tried to find Hanson a minute ago, and it was an ill-advised pass. But that leads to a basket, makes it 48-36. First score for Alyssa Hanson. Now underneath, Powell knocks it away. Williams saves it before it goes out of bounds. Nice play there. Williams brings it into the front court. Looking inside to Samantha Hanson. See if they can get it to her. Instead, gets over to DeMarco. Now Powell. Alyssa Hanson posted up. They get off to Williams instead. Williams trying to get it to Samantha Hanson. Now Powell gets off to Williams. Williams fakes the three. 5 seconds on the clock. Running 12-footer, no good. Samantha Hanson fights for the rebound, gets it, puts it up and is short. Alyssa Hanson gets it back, and she misses a shot. So 3 chances there for the Golden Eagles. They can't convert. Now Oscar gets out to Sato in the front court. Tritons will run the clock down as we're under 9 minutes to go. There'll be a media timeout on the next dead ball. Now Perry, almost throws it away. Gets in the lane to Dutremont. And a 3-second violation. That's the second time Dutremont's been called for that in the game. And that will take us to that timeout. 8:47 remaining in the second half. Cal State LA trying to get back into this one, but they're trailing 48-36 on the Cal State LA Athletics Network.
What you've gained as a student will be just as important to you as what you did as a player. As long as you know that you made the effort to do the best of which you're capable, there's no failure. Success on 3.
There are over 400,000 NCAA student athletes. And just about all of us will be going pro in something other than sports.
California's engineering innovations circle the globe and light the darkness. The California State University system has been enlightening promising engineers for the past 5 decades. Cal State LA graduate Pervez Lodi is the founder and president of Ledtronics, a leading light-emitting diode company.
If you work hard, get proper education, the American dreams are still available there to everybody.
The California State University system has been working for California for 50 years.
8:47 remaining in the second half. If you just joined us, the Golden Eagles have trailed from the beginning of the game. They've never led. They fell down 21-5 in the early going. They came back and cut it to down to as much as 4 points in the first half. But the Tritons have made a run since then, and they've extended their lead. It is now up to 12 right now. The Golden Eagles trying once again to cut it down as Williams has it in the front court. Out there with Powell, DeMarco, Belt, and Alyssa Hanson. So Belt back in there. Samantha Hanson sat down. Now Powell at the elbow. Dribbles into the paint. Nowhere to go. Kicks off to DeMarco. Pulls up for a 17-footer straight away. Line drive goes in. So Kiara DeMarco with 9 points. Makes it 48-38. Sato into the front court. Pulls up for a three in the corner, in and out. Underneath, Perry gets the loose ball, puts it up and in. Boy, nice hustle there by Perry. So that makes it a 12-point game once again, 50-38. Now in the front court, Williams gets up to DeMarco. DeMarco pulls up for a long two, in and out, no good. Alyssa Hanson gets back, lays it up and in. Nifty play by Alyssa Hanson. By the way, DeMarco tied her season high with those 8 points. Now it's Fader in the backcourt. Golden Eagles showing some full court pressure. Fans trying to implore them on to play some defense. Now Sato. Three-pointer by Perry. High rainbow, no good. It's interesting right now that Asuka is on the bench for the Tritons. So this will be the time the Golden Eagles make a run before they bring Asuka back in. As Williams gets over to DeMarco. Alyssa Hanson cutting back door. They get her. Now dumps it in low to Alicia Belt. Belt really aggressive in this half. Kicks it out to Powell. Over to Williams. Williams back to Powell. Pulls up for three on the wing. No good. Kiara DeMarco gets the loose ball. Puts it up. No good. Oh, tough break there. She was inside for rebound and a held ball is forced. Possession will go to the Tritons, but nice defense by DeMarco and Alyssa Hanson. So Birch comes back in for the Tritons. Webster will sit down. And Asuka's asking in. Sure enough, she's coming in right now, so that's not a surprise. She asked to come back in the game, and she got her wish. And Golden Eagles are certainly going to have to contend with her right now. She's had an incredible game. So now in the front court, the ball off to Sato. Sato dribbling on DeMarco. Sato backing in. Kicks it over to Asuka. Wide open in the corner for three. No good. Boy, she hadn't missed a shot that wide open tonight. And now Williams gets it over to Alyssa Hanson. Hanson thought about driving, but thought better of it. Now Belt going for the ball, but Powell drives in on two defenders. Puts it up, rolls it off. No good. Tough luck there. Ball thrown almost out of bounds. It's saved by Fader off to Asuka, luckily for the Tritons. They'll bring it up with a 10-point lead. Now Fader, who's been quiet in the second half, kicks off to Sato. She didn't want that three-pointer, even though it was wide open. Now Asuka gets over for a three-pointer, no good by Fader. Rebound underneath by Sato, lays it up and in. Oh, that's unforgivable there. Let one of the smallest players on the court sneak in for a rebound. Williams goes all the way, misses the shot. No foul called either way. And the Tritons get the rebound. Now they will slowly bring it up. We're under 6 minutes to go in the game. Now Sato kicks off to Fader. She pulls up for three on the wing and knocks it down. So some time for Fader to make her presence felt again. She has 12 points, and that extends the lead back to 15. 55-40, and Janelle Jones wants a timeout. So 5:25 remaining in the second half. The game is getting away from the Golden Eagles. They're down 55-40 on the Cal State LA Athletics Network.
Maybe it's where we're located, in the heart of Los Angeles. Maybe it's the pride of 20,000 students a year who know about our world-class programs, our award-winning faculty, and our dedicated staff. Maybe it's the promise of a rewarding career in nursing, education, science, media, or the humanities. Maybe you should find out why. A tradition of lifetime learning at Cal State LA.
I chose Division II because athletes graduate at a higher rate.
I can stay closer to home and be an important part of the community. I chose Division II because I can double major
and take part in campus activities.
I chose Division II because classrooms are smaller.
Students have more time with their instructors.
And I can compete for a national championship. I chose Division II for all these reasons and more.
I chose
Division II.
5:25 remaining after the Golden Eagles had cut it to 10 points at 50-40. Two big baskets by UC San Diego has extended the lead back to 15. So time is starting to become a factor for the Golden Eagles as Melville's back into the game. She has the ball in the front court. Gets off to Williams. Miriam Jenkins also back out there for the Golden Eagles along with Kelly Lewis. And Belt, as a dangerous pass, is knocked away and stolen. And a traveling violation is called on Fader. So that's interesting there. Turnover for the Tritons. Turnovers are about even in the game. Each team has 13, so they are even. Now Melville whips it out. Dangerous pass. Dutremont knocks it away into the scorer's table. It'll stay with Cal State LA. So the Golden Eagles, with 5:14 remaining, looking for something to happen on offense. They're only shooting 36% on the game, and they're only 4 of 18 from three-point range. Tritons have knocked down 9 three-pointers. That's a big part of their offense tonight. As Lewis gets the ball in the backcourt legally and gets it over to Williams. Williams right at the free throw line, pulls up for a 15-footer. Off the rim, no good. So now Williams' shots are not going down. Everything going the way of the Tritons. As Sato gets over to Oscar. Now whipped underneath the Birch. All the way, lays it up, misses the layup. Ball is tipped out and goes to Fader. Fader whips over to Oscar. She passed up the shot. They're going to run more clock instead. Smart move by a very smart veteran team. Now Oscar gets over to Birch. Ball almost thrown away. And it gets over to Oscar. It finds her somehow, and she knocks down the three. What a game by Emily Oscar. 28 points. That's her 6th three-pointer of the game. She also has 6 rebounds and 5 assists, as if she needed that much. She has done everything tonight. Now Melville over to Jenkins. Jenkins cross-court to Williams. Williams into Belt. Belt double team, fall away 10-footer, not close, didn't hit the rim. Belt chases down the rebound. Shot clock doesn't reset though because the ball didn't hit the rim. 4 seconds left underneath the Lewis with 2. Around 2 defenders, she puts it up and rolls off the rim, but she'll go to the line to shoot 2. Foul's on Dutremont, that's her second. That'll take us to our final media timeout of the game. 3:57 remaining in the second half. UC San Diego looks like they're on their way to victory. Ahead of Cal State LA, 58-40 on the Cal State LA Athletics Network.
Girls with curls, I don't know about you, but my hair is crazy. Finally, it's time to stop hating your curls. I have to tell you about my new best friend, Mix Chicks. Since I can hold the brush, I have been trying to tame my tresses. I never wore my hair curly. I had to use so many different products or I'd get frizz. Mix Chicks has revolutionized curly hair. They are truly the only product designed for us. Whether you're black, white, Asian, Latin, Mediterranean, or any glorious combination of them all, Mix Chicks is for you. Now all I need is Mix Chicks, and I have soft, sexy, defined curls that aren't heavy or sticky. Mix Chicks is 100% vegan, completely affordable, and on Halle Berry's top must-have list. And the best news is now Mix Chicks is available at Target. Soft, sassy, touchable curls are no longer out of reach. Pick up Mix Chicks today at your neighborhood Target store or go to www.mixchicks.net.
3:57 remaining. The Golden Eagles down by 18. So the Tritons have scored the last 8 points. And the offensive futility continues for Cal State LA. Remember, they scored their season low 47 points in yesterday's loss to Cal State San Bernardino, and they only have 40 right now. So they're in danger of even going below that mark. You have to wonder if the injuries to Lacey Gibbons and Bree Parsons are finally taking their toll on the Golden Eagle offense. They're struggling to find anyone who can provide scoring outside of Cassandra Williams right now, as Lewis goes to the line and makes the free throw. Lewis, that's only her 3rd point of the game. She's 1 of 7 shooting. Golden Eagles with a bit more balance tonight as Lewis banks that one in. DeMarco has 9 points. Alicia Belt has 8, so at least a couple other players that are scoring. As Fader brings the ball in the front court. 16-point game. Now Fader goes around Melville all the way to the basket. Williams challenges the shot. Nice play there. But getting the rebound and scoring is number 25, Taylor Hers. So we haven't seen her tonight. And she gets her first basket. 3-pointer by Williams. Quick shot, no good. So the Tritons going deep into their bench. That's one of their tall timbers. She's the tallest player on the team at 6'2". And now Fader, bringing it to the front court, fakes the pass, goes all the way, gets hammered by Williams, puts it up and in. No foul call, but Fader gets the basket. It's a 20-point game. Now Lewis lays it up and in on the other end. So Lewis with a couple of points here, but way too little and way too late, as we only have 3 minutes to go in this one. And it'll be a quick timeout for UC San Diego, as it'll be a substitution timeout, I believe. So it'll just be a substitution timeout as Fader will sit down. Number 23, Nadia Kern comes in, 5'10" sophomore from Waltham, Massachusetts. As Oscar has it in the front court. For the Golden Eagles, Alyssa Hansen in there. Also DeMarco. So the Tritons whipping the ball around the perimeter. Just running down the time. Oscar, who's still in there, pulls up for a 17-footer with 1 on the clock. Hansen tips the ball away. Oscar gets it. Right to hers. Williams knocks away and steals the ball. Nice play by Williams. Quickly in the front court to Melville. Melville gets over to DeMarco. DeMarco will shoot that 3. Set shot. Much more arc on that one. No good. Belt tries to get the rebound, but the ball hit the wire up above, so that's out of bounds. And it'll go to the Tritons. Number 20, Rachel Marty comes in, so the Tritons are really clearing the bench, and boy, Oscar gets a well-deserved hand going to the bench. She had an incredible game. 28 points. 9 of 16 shooting, 6 3-pointers, 7 rebounds and 5 assists in 34 minutes. Wow. And underneath, timeout is being called by Heidi Vanderveer. 2:07 remaining in the second half. This one's academic. UC San Diego up by 18 on the Cal State LA Athletics Network.
You're going to love the steak combos at Sizzler. Tender choice aged tri-tip sirloin, hand-cut in-house and flame-grilled to perfection. Served with succulent jumbo fried shrimp, or Sizzler's famous Malibu chicken, or a mouth-watering grilled shrimp skewer, for a limited time, starting at just $9.99. Sizzler steak combos. You can't find a better value, so come hungry. Starting at just $9.99. No one brings more to the table than Sizzler.
2:07 remaining in this second half. So I thought at the beginning of this one, maybe the story would be different in this matchup, with the Golden Eagles playing here at home, coming off a disappointing loss yesterday, that maybe we'd have a different result than we did the first time these teams met, but it doesn't seem that way. The Tritons have led the entire game as it stepped underneath to hers. Back out to Kern. 8 seconds on the clock. Now Brady dumps it off, and an offensive foul is called. So if you're into numerology, it's kind of an interesting numbers game for the Tritons. They had 20, 21, 23, 24, and 25 in the game, and they ruined that by taking out a couple of those players. You don't see that too often, though. Number 2, Kim Manglajit in there for the Tritons, along with number 30, Emily Morris. So they've pretty much played everybody on their roster now in this one. 31, Stephanie Yano, was also in there. As underneath, Hansen dumps it out to DeMarco. She loses the ball. Up to Alyssa Hansen, pulls up for 3 on the wing, no good. The only drama in this one is whether the Golden Eagles can get above that season low that they got yesterday, 47 points. Nice play by Hansen to tie it up. The held ball, possession goes to the Golden Eagles. So number 33, Leanne Alpernis, comes in for the Tritons. I believe that's everybody that's played for them. 14 players have played for the Tritons now in the game. Yeah, all 14 that are on the active roster, so they literally cleared their bench as that ball's knocked out of bounds. Of course, the Golden Eagles going to the bench too, with Shanice Jackson making an appearance. Out there with DeMarco, Hansen, Powell, and Belt. So some valuable time for players that don't get much playing time as DeMarco pulls up for 3 in the corner, knocks it down. So that's a season high for Kiera DeMarco with that 3-pointer. It's ball stolen. Now gotten back. 12 points for DeMarco. As Hansen steals the ball off to Powell. Powell lays it up and lays it in, so at the very least the Golden Eagles won't suffer the embarrassment of having another season low in points. They have 49, which is the exact total they had the first time these two teams met in San Diego. Up up and head to the front court. Mandel-Legit underneath, laid up and laid in by Emily Morris. So 64-49 as we salt this one away. Remember, stay tuned, fans. The men's game should be an exciting one. Hopefully closer than this game. It'll be coming up in about a half hour after this ends. This game's ending a bit early again, as a three-pointer is good by DeMarco. Great game by Kiara DeMarco. She certainly might earn herself more playing time with the great game she's had tonight. 15 points. She ties Sandra Williams for game-high honors for the Golden Eagles. 64-52 with 25 seconds left. There's a foul. So Shanice Jackson commits the foul. So I guess Janelle Jones practicing habits for other games. As Mandel-Legit will shoot a 1-and-1. That's only the 19th foul. So the Golden Eagles will be on the road after this, as that free throw is good. 6 of the last 8 games are on the road. Next weekend, next Friday against Cal State Monterey Bay is their next game, and the next Saturday against Cal State East Bay. Our next broadcast will be on February 15th against San Francisco State. Remember, there's incentive for the Golden Eagles to finish in the top 4 in the conference. Those top 4 teams host a first-round game in the CCA tournament as Alyssa Hansen lays it up and lays it in and a foul. Nice play by Alyssa Hansen. So she'll go to the line to try and complete the three-point play. But the Golden Eagles were tied for 4th place coming into this game. And they're going to stay that way, it looks like, because Cal Poly Pomona is getting hammered by Chico State. They're down 67-46 with about 8 minutes left in the second half. So unless Pomona makes a miracle comeback in that one, it looks like the Golden Eagles are going to stay tied with Cal Poly Pomona for 4th place. They'll be 9-5 after this one. And another foul by Jackson with 12 seconds remaining. It's an 11-point game. But really, the game wasn't that close, as the free throw is good. 67-55. Golden Eagles did keep it at about this margin most of the second half, but UC San Diego really pulled away late. They led by as many as 20, as the 2 free throws by Mandel-Legit are good. That makes it a 13-point margin. DeMarco will dribble it in the front court, gives it up to Belt. Belt over to Powell. Pulls up for a set shot three-pointer, knocks it down. So Keisha Powell with a round three-pointer. And that'll do it with 1 second left. And the final score hit the Eagles' nest. The UC San Diego Tritons defeat the Cal State LA Golden Eagles 68-58. As I said, Cal State LA on the year falls to 14-7, 9-5 in the CCAA. UC San Diego improves to 13-8 on the year, 11-3 in the CCAA. They will stay 1 game behind Chico State, who's on their way to victory tonight. Golden Eagles will stay in a tie with Cal Poly Pomona for 4th place in the conference at 9-5. Depending on what Cal State Monterey Bay does, they might be a game and a half out of 3rd place after tonight. So they will have to hit the road. Let's quickly get to the final stats for this one. For the Tritons, it was all Emily Alaska. She had 28 points, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists. Quite an incredible game for her. Daisy Fader had 13 points, below her average, actually. 7 rebounds. So the battle between her and Cassandra Williams was actually won by Cassandra Williams by 2 points, but it mattered little in the final result. Miranda Soto was next with 11 points. Those were the only 3 Tritons in double figures. Kim Mandel-Legit had 4. McKinnon Butch, Aaron Dutremont, Dana Webster, Megan Perry, Taylor Hurst, and Emily Morris all had 2 points, mostly in garbage time. For the Golden Eagles, they were led by 2 players, Cassandra Williams and Kiara DeMarco, both had 15 points. Felicia Bell had 8 points. Alyssa Hansen had 7. Kelly Lewis had 6. Keisha Powell had 5. And Rochelle Nahara had 2 points. As far as the team stats go, Golden Eagles only shot 39% on the game. The Titans shot 44%. Golden Eagles only made 7 of 24 from downtown. A couple of those were after the final was already decided. UC San Diego 10 of 23 from downtown. Incredible shooting. Titans only 12 of 20 from the line. Golden Eagles only got there 4 times and made 3. Titans hammered the Golden Eagles on the boards 43-29. Titans did have 17 turnovers for the Golden Eagles 13. Bench points favored Cal State LA 27-12. Points in the paint were dead even at 22. As I said, Cal State LA never led in this game. UC San Diego led from tip to buzzer. They led by as many as 20. So, a last weekend here for the Golden Eagles, losing 2 in a row after they had won 3 in a row. Tough break for them. They'll have to regroup and take on a tough Cal State Monterey Bay team next Friday. But make sure you guys stay tuned for the men's game. That'll be coming up here pretty soon. It'll come up in about 27 minutes. So I'll take a break, and I'll be back in about 20 minutes with all the action from that men's game. Make sure you stick around for that. That should be an exciting game, and that's an important game in the standings for both Cal State LA and UC San Diego. But for now, this is Michael Nemitz saying once again the final score: Cal State LA falls to UC San Diego 68-58 on the Cal State LA Athletics Network. I'll be back in a little bit. Stick around, everyone.
A working woman with a full-time job. I have a husband. I have 2 kids. So I try to mirror that in my life so that they can understand, because a lot of these young women are going to be me in 5 or 10 years.
My coach, when she first approached me, she was really interested to know about my personality, not just softball. She was more concerned about me as a person rather than me, Brittany Carino, as an athlete.
The Division II program offers a smaller school, which provides for more community. The athletes know each other. The non-athletes know the athletes. It's more of a system that links together.
Over the years, as we've seen the success of our athletic teams, you really see how our non-athletes have become more involved, whether it be participating at a game, cheering on students, and it's just overall has added to the environment, the spirit on campus.
Our athletes know each other. There's enough community within the
confines of our campus that our student athletes really do support one another.
We have a mission which is education for service, and we believe that as service opportunity, the outreach to the community is part of the educational experience here. And so we attract students who like that, athletes and non-athletes, and we encourage it with our athletic teams.
We use our athletes to showcase our intellectual resources at the university. Yes, they're part of the team, but they also go to schools and they read to children in schools. They also are at community events. They're also involved in civic activities.
We do have a lot of community interaction. I know it's very important for us to show up and work camps and work with little kids. We're very visible to the community, and it's kind of our obligation to make sure we give back to the fans that support us.
We're doing habitat for humanity, where we like help build houses, and just to see those people, you know, the look on their faces when they receive the house, it really touches you.
The philosophy here is that you want to embrace the community as more than just a place where you go to school, but a place where you live.
We want students to have a full range of experiences that's going to prepare them for, you know, the workforce later on, and to be good contributing citizens in the community they live in.
My major is psychology. I plan to join the military as an officer. I'm also an ROTC. So I plan to use psychology to counsel those who've been to Iraq and those who are coming home, and also their family members.
We work hand in hand with the university, trying to make sure that we're providing the right opportunities just for the day-to-day life of the students. And then we work very hard at trying to create opportunities in the business world. Maybe they can stay here and locate in our community, become a part of our community.
Any company that is looking for really good, talented people and good values in those people, the D2 schools are extraordinarily good places to mine for that talent.
What we do at D2 Athletics is a real spirit of competition, real spirit of athletics.
I've played soccer since I was 4 years old, and that's like my inspiration in life, you know, so I really wanted to go somewhere where I could be happy, and the person that I am, I'm very competitive, so I wanted to go somewhere where I could win.
We come in here every day, not with the mindset that we're going to lose. We come in here with the mindset that we're going to win in every game that we play, and that's, I think, crucial in life, because you can't do anything if you don't have the right mindset.
I really feel like I've actually made a mark on UCSD, and that I'm actually someone that UCSD will remember. This school has really advocated, you know, values of moral strength and integrity. They really offered me a closer look at who I am. Being a part of the sports team here has taught me a lot of things that I'll carry with me in life. You know, working with others, cooperation, leadership skills. So I think the positive peer pressure only pushes people to be greater, to be more than they can be.
This institution would be a place where I would send my children. The Division II philosophy on education and athletics is what I firmly believe in. When I see student athletes, I see genuinely a student athlete.
When you look at the way a young person lives his or her life day to day on a campus, you don't want it to be totally immersed in athletics or totally immersed in anything else, because it's a growing up time. Going from 18 to 22 isn't easy, and so we, I think, provide in D2 schools a very rich environment supporting all of the things they want to do.
My name is Corey Hirokawa.
Mario Guerrero.
Sheila Belte. I'm on the women's soccer team.
And I chose D2.
And I chose D2. I chose Division II.
I'm Brittany Carino.
My name is Henry Patterson.
I play softball.
I'm a sophomore majoring in political science.
And I chose Division II.
And I chose Division II.
My name is Hillary Henson.
Sebastian Moore.
Denise Herrera. And I chose D2.
I chose D2.
My name is Eileen Pat. I'm a psychology, biochemistry, and Spanish.
Elementary education major.
I'm a political science and critical gender studies major. I'm a volleyball player.
Football, basketball player.
I play basketball and volleyball. And I chose D2.
I chose D2.
I chose Division II.
Zachary Metzer.
I'm Susie Hinman. Eva Browski.
I'm Bruce Davenport.
I'm a freshman, social studies, secondary education
Third year
major.
architecture, sports management, and marketing.
Christian education. I chose